Oh my god, it's been forever.
It's been like a month.
Yeah.
DOT, what's up?
It's not been that bad, Wonder.
No! That's not why I'm
Edgeworth has a
crying!
No, the worst is over. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Now, I kind of forget exactly where we left off. Ark was giving me a little bit of a refresher, but
She's here.
she's here.
That's fine.
She's
Kay Faraday? Yeah, I like Kay Faraday a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
can't
too.
we love Kay Faraday.
We love Kay
Yeah.
Faraday.
And Emma
Are you
Skye.
saying you hate Emma? How could you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Emma's
right.
great
I was
too.
talking.
We were
okay.
mid cross-examination. That's right. Did I press
Well, then we-
this?
I
You know
almost
what?
forgot.
No, I think that what we did was we read his first time saying it, and then we went back. Oh.
Okay. What are we even
Yeah.
trying to...
Because he's currently giving like well, let's read this. Yeah.
Let's reread his. Oh, you want to reread the whole thing leading up to this? Okay.
Yeah, how about we just do it like this?
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
this then.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie.
I forgot
drove-
Meekins was here.
He drove the Blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
Wild Wild West. There's all sorts of characters we love here and also don't.
Yes.
That sounds fake.
What are we down here?
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was
Hi.
death, not dreams.
Uh-huh.
Only if what Agent Lang believes it turns out to be true. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badgemobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Oh, well, that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Now you can press me if you wanna.
I mean, I already kind of know the answer. Should I press each statement for the dialogue, or...
Whatever you want to do, really.
Okay.
With the tire marks.
Yes, the tire marks. The ones there left behind the stage. They were hidden up until now by various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I say it's the Blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
Uh-huh.
Pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious, you know?
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badgemobile has 3 tires.
Impossible.
Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection. I'm forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them. You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto-Badgemobiles, Agent Lang.
Not so fast. Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either one of them. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Oh my fucking god. Of course you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not.
Imagine if the police or prosecution in real life used that as an argument. Like, I mean, this is the defendant that we arrested. Sure, it could have been someone else, but let's not complicate things by bringing more people into this courtroom. Like, come on.
Well, that was blunt.
But suppose it is a lie, it would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts.
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badgemobile?
He must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder.
Besides the Blue Badgemobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not so fast. Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage, I'd say that's proof.
I suppose if one would look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regards to that scene?
Looks like I already read this.
I already read this.
And you already read this, too.
Yep.
That's so much we
Yup.
read.
Do I have
It's like
the
this game is made of
pink
text.
car?
Impossible.
Do I not have the pink car?
Well, I don't think we've... Have we seen it? Is it behind
I
us?
thought we saw it already. I think it's in the scene that we're in now.
Well, I guess it's not evidence then.
Fuck.
Maybe there's something in the notebooks
The
Right,
notebooks.
or the profiles that we had here.
Well, we can't present profiles.
Not
That's
those,
true.
but like the profile of the big badger and all that. Top right.
Oh, like here?
Okay, nothing here. But I was thinking either this or this pamphlet, but no.
Coming back to this after not having played the game for a month was a bad
I was curious
idea.
when we were ending it last time here.
Well, we didn't really have a choice, but... The blue badge brother here committed the murder.
I mean, I do have the answer if I scroll down a little bit.
Give me, like, a little
All
bit.
right.
See the garage in the wild.
Huh?
What?
Okay, I'm seeing the answer. I don't know how to give you a little bit.
Take a good look at the tire marks over there. 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the... Hold on. Wasn't there like a huge stage set up at the time of the murder?
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
And the tracks are currently behind the stage, right?
Correct.
Am I on the right track, Saps?
Maybe. I haven't read too much of this to see. Like, I know what the answer is, it's just I don't know how to guide you towards it. I can tell you there's 3 different places you could do so.
What do you mean?
Well, that's good for us. Is it the second statement? Edgeworth seemed to be like, is that the only thing that could
The
have
3
made
marks
3
are
marks?
indicative of the blue Badgermobile.
Oh. I bet there was a different thing that made the 3 marks. Why does he sound like a beetle?
Oh.
Well, I mean, do we have anything in evidence that could be that other than this?
I don't see anything. Maybe it's the car itself to be like, no, I don't think it is this thing. I think you're wrong.
That doesn't make any sense.
Are you
Well-
sure it doesn't make any sense?
Unless it does make sense. Can we examine it? Is that an option?
No. Like, not directly.
Is it the fact that we can see from this shot that there's no sand on the tires or something?
No
Maybe.
wet marks or something?
Sure, I'll go ahead and...
But it is the blue
Alright.
Batmobile on 3 different statements.
Objection.
What?
We escaped.
Both the second, fourth, and fifth were valid statements to show this.
Incredible. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
The
Is it
tires
the lack
being
of sand?
clean?
We
that it?
begin.
Yeah.
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it.
Ugh.
If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as a very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile?
Oh, that's right. Ah, no.
Don't be ridiculous.
Tough
I
love.
was living the entire time in the second of the tier seats.
Indeed, I
Now
believe we
Jay
can rule
remembers.
her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage.
And where do those tire tracks lead?
And it proves the existence of a proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Jay.
Oh.
Me what?
Is
It's
it Meekins
you.
again?
Well, no, I got
It's
that,
not
but
me.
like, what
Oh,
is...
it's not Meekins.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not
But it is Jay.
H.
H.
Hey, did you hear something?
H.
H.
Hey.
Huh?
Hello?
New guy?
You're new.
Help me.
Oh, shit. Are you alright?
No.
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time?
Wild West with kidnappers.
Oh, is this the rich guy's
Oh,
son?
this is the guy
Yeah.
that was kidnapped that we were trying to find in the first place.
Mhm.
Is that right?
He was in the...
Yeah.
right.
He was in the... May I?
Yeah.
No.
Go for it.
He was in the room next to the one I was held in?
Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers.
What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
I hate that our names start with the first three letters.
That's fair.
No, I didn't see their faces. But two. One was a woman.
A woman?
Quite an
Get over your
important piece
fear.
of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already.
All right, 2B.
I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift.
What are those sunglasses? They're so stupid
Cool.
looking.
No, they're really cool and awesome.
No, they're not.
You're alone
they're
on
really
this,
cool.
Wander.
They're super great. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough?
Again?
What is that sound?
AKG. You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easy.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you.
That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to get rough to either of you. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Oh, fair maidens. My, you little
Immediately.
rascal. You sure know the way to a woman's heart.
Lang Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
Your name is Jeff, isn't it?
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure,
Keep
just as
flirting
soon
with her. Get her away from me.
just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
To be continued.
Oh, you were that close to it to be continued.
We never know.
Yeah.
Impossible.
The
It's
scrolling
fine.
didn't indicate that we were that close when I was on the page.
Mm.
Man, your pages are unreliable.
I know. How dare they?
March in here.
Get him!
It is still March. 1 month later.
Still a cat.
Look,
Almost
Kay, a
like time
cat.
capsule.
Let's go pet it.
Maybe we'll be done by March with this game.
Looks like we got the boot again.
With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder.
You mean the infighting between the kidnappers?
Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper.
Miles, my boy! Tell me it's true! Tell me you found my boy!
Yes, Mr. Armano, we found him earlier in the stadium. Hello?
This was also you,
This is Wander.
Wander.
Yeah.
Oh, this is me?
Yeah, did you
Okay.
forget her?
Yeah.
Alright. Just double check it. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, I didn't recognize her from front on. Then my little Lance is unhurt. He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang.
Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a...
The ring.
Yeah, I
ring
love the
pop?
ring pop. It is a ring pop. It's candy.
Yeah, for sure.
She's licked it.
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
It was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright.
You have to say it?
Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police have finished with him.
Eh,
A letter?
hang on. Do we
No,
have
no,
that
no,
in
no.
evidence?
I'm going to look at this.
No, 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 that's
evidence.
No.
You should have clipped that and taken a screenshot and zoomed in or something.
How? I thought I got in evidence.
Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? Oh!
Remember Viola?
It's a very simple love letter.
Is it-
Viola.
She was the assistant to Furio Tigre when he.
Yeah.
Agent 23.
Oh,
Bring it
oh,
Wednesday
okay.
Addams. With the head injury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yes.
Oh, hey, let me see. Huh?
Which explains the
Really
everything about
weird.
this letter.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's from a loan company tender lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me.
A love letter? What's that, dude?
Hmm.
Here you are. Okay.
Who
I was
was
hoping I
Viola?
could like turn it around. If you
The assistant.
if you showed me a picture of Viola, I would probably
No.
recognize her.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I'll
like
leave
she
her one.
voice.
Like I know
She
who,
was the daughter of a mob boss. Remember?
yeah, I know who
Um,
you're talking
yeah.
about now.
Who voiced her?
Lunar did.
I imagine.
Yeah.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me. Oh, that's the 12th one. You can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try.
I'm gonna
Excuse
choose-
me. Point. But I can't help but feel a bit sorry. But I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through.
I suppose. If they were me, then.
No.
I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct?
Yes, I am, but oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either.
It's been long. I do not remember this character, but I
Something
guess
like
we've
that.
seen her already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're her.
I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful.
You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring?
So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Oops.
Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
My father used to work for Mr. Amano. And so Lance and I grew up together. Oh, I said it out loud.
I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do?
I had his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus.
Pegasus?
Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company.
You had me there for a second.
Surely Zeus would strike him down if he strayed too close to Olympus.
Haha.
But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore.
Oh.
Who's your father, Bellerophon?
Oh?
I'm not educated enough to know what you're saying.
About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus up to somewhere and never returned.
Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown sounds like the stuff legends are made of.
It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we would ever meet again.
I'm so sorry, Lauren.
But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live.
That's a movie reference I don't know.
About this incident,
Incident? Isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
how did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition.
You base everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be the destiny of Wu.
She started fantasizing again.
So she's suspicious.
A little bit.
I'm gonna be dumb. I am going to choose that she did not do it because she's too obvious.
Okay. Sick.
So what are you
Balls in
going
play.
to
Let's see if it pays off.
So what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two.
The isolation room where Lance was?
The place where we were held as prisoners.
Hold it. Don't lump me in with you. I can't allow you to slander my good name as a great thief by saying I was captured.
Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies you as a caged bird, Kay.
Besides, we already checked that place out pretty well while we were there, remember? Don't you think don't you think it'd be an even better idea to check somewhere else?
Perhaps you are right. But what I really need right now are leads to the killer's identity.
Oh, damn it. Then they're hiding.
Probably the hideout. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember?
That's not going to stop me. Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Giddy.
Okay.
No,
This is more important.
that's true.
Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals!
I think the kidnappers would have better sense than trying the hiding in these.
Stop talking about the barrels and pet the cat. Oh, come on. Lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that criminals will be hiding here right in front of 2 officers.
I certainly hope not.
Okay, let me...
Maybe the cat is new. Maybe they added it in the remake.
Maybe.
What do you have to report?
Zaps.
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir!
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir! Roger, sir!
Thank you.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but
But I hate him.
Detective Gumshoe asked me to personally let you in, sir! And I couldn't refuse a request from him!
Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir!
What is this?
Oh?
The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
But the name
I
here
already
says
see.
Colin Deveray.
It's an anagram!
Oh,
Ah.
that's the same name as the one on the back of the pennant. Penn E. Dent Prison.
What?
Pendant.
Pendant.
Penitent.
Pendant.
Yeah.
Also, penitentiary.
Yeah.
It appears that
Both work.
Colin Deveray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Okay.
I didn't realize how many bits were on that little piece of paper.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
There's no door.
Oh, it was unlocked up until a while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir!
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. Sir. So they got out about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find.
The mirror.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Oh no!
So, this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
Well, you were tied up for a while in the next room, or next door over.
Kate, please. Must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity.
Alright. Well, I want to take another look at... I might have missed a chance at an Easter egg. Well, you should have said something earlier then.
I do think you might be too early for that Easter egg. If the one, it's the same one you tried last time.
I do think that there's a scene later where we can do that.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be okay.
Wife and sole daughter.
You might
He's
have
got
to
to show
where his
up.
wife and sole daughter are, but despite your surveillance, he has yet to show up.
Is Old Bag married?
No!
No.
Absolutely never.
Did Old Bag procreate?
Don't say it like that!
Is there an old satchel?
there a better way to say it?
Is there a better way to say it? I thought I was the kindest way possible of saying it.
Old bag fucks.
Oh, we could do it right now. Does that mean we have to leave this place?
This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces.
Ooh.
All right, fine. What's the Easter egg?
The store is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. I won't rest until the panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped in wide open. Be careful where you step, Kay.
I only fell into that other opening once, you know.
One time too many.
A sword.
Looks like a sword. A broken sword.
Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own.
That's true.
Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later.
Well, how could I have known there was an Easter egg?
That's how they work.
I still think it's not too late.
It's not even Easter.
Ooh, they have barrels like these just outside.
Yes, and?
Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these are real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. Monkeys!
That doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what the officer told us?
Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be?
They used the sword to prop the handle down
Oh.
somehow?
Yeah, smart. Brain blast! It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all.
Are you getting sleepy there, Edgeworth? Like, are you okay?
This case bores me. It's so simple.
Aw.
Then who did it?
It can only be because of this.
Oh,
Clearly,
you
it
mean...
was old bag. Lock her away forever. Yes, it was used to jam the door. Yeah, take a look at the door handle. Well, I take a sip. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed?
So that's how the sword broke.
Broken prop sword data. Data?
Either. He would say it data.
Unused folding chairs leaning against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I feel bad using one of these, or using these, because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away.
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it?
Oh.
What?
I can wait.
A sign advertising the photo rally? Something I've absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do, and I'm going to get my hands on all the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation.
You're just upset
do you
because I'm
mean?
the fun one.
Oh God, you my Mia.
Hey, I'm Grump.
No.
And I'm not so grump.
Curse.
What were you about to say, Saps?
I remember there was a Capcom conference that happened just before this stream.
Oh,
A
yeah.
Where
conference?
they showcased some. Yes. They didn't really show much new, but they did, for example, have a lot of things on sale right now. And the
Ooh.
demo for Edgeworth Investigation allows you to play both first trials for free.
Oh.
Ooh.
This game also had an update before I launched it for the stream.
That might have been part of it.
Okay, probably.
Oh.
Okay, makes sense. I won't rest.
Right, I forgot.
Cheap styrofoam cups.
Looks like only 3 cups were used. Interesting. Key?
I wonder what this key is to.
You got me.
It reminds me of the key we found in the other room.
That's it. It must be the key for one of those trap doors.
It wasn't a trap door. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one?
I'm not having this conversation with you.
But yeah, I think if you want to be on the lookout for the Easter egg, as soon as you get back to the old place, go right.
Okay.
The old place.
Where we just
Poster.
were before we went in here.
Oh, okay.
The poster of Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewater Land has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it?
Do we ever recognize that that frickin' hotel from the first game is the one that opened this
Yeah.
theme park?
I think something.
I don't think
did.
we
at
mentioned
some
it, but
point.
yeah.
I thought we did.
That's crazy.
You know. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are three chairs
set
that are on the table. Oh,
Scares you.
I apologize.
Do you though?
Of course I do. That was very rude of me. I shouldn't have done that.
So wait,
Nice.
the guy that
I'm
was
waiting.
kidnapped was being held in this room. Yet this
Right.
scene seems to suggest that there were 3 people sitting down and having a cup of coffee with each other.
Yeah, selling a cup of Joe. Of
That's not
hot
important.
Joseph. Beyond this door.
Is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me?
But
Yes.
it's the room where I got to see your awesome new face.
You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either.
Wrong button.
Brain blast?
Brain blast, folding chairs, 3 cups, connect, 3 people.
3! The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which,
You can count.
the number of missing costumes is also 3.
Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
3! Ind 3'd. Something isn't adding up. Literal 3.
Ugh.
Is it possible 3 is the 3rd kidnapper that lads couldn't 3?
How long do you plan to keep this up?
I'm done. I thought we had covered the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered.
Ah!
Ah!
Whoa!
Horrifying.
I guess I said my line.
No! Oh,
It's terrifying.
Oh, no! I hate it!
Why are you climbing the stairs from that direction? Or the ladder?
Genuinely, my heart.
They're balancing.
What is it? Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I right?
Kill it with a
Oh,
fire!
this is Saps?
What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that?
This is underground passage used by staff members, sir.
Makoto Kakasuchi?
We badge members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in their duties.
Utilidors.
Booties.
Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay?
Beg your pardon, miss.
Fucking music. Proto Badger, get! All right, only one more to go.
Is it the Bad Badger?
What are you getting at? What are you getting all excited about?
Did you
There's no
forget
goatee.
the photo rally? Duh. See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done.
Oh yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort.
Bye.
Why? It's gone. Where did it go?
What happened? What's wrong?
A bad badger is missing, sir.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it.
I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What? Is he saying that more than three of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell us a little more about these costumes you used.
Talk
So who the What did you mean by a Bad Badger costume is missing?
You're a little close, sir.
a little.
Why, just as what I said, sir. We are one Black Badger sword. Counting the spirits, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park.
The other should be in that room.
Actually, both of them should be in that room.
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's a stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend them, sir.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
It's very similar to Steel Samurai.
Ah! Not that I would know anything about that.
Sure, sir. We all know about your statues in the room, sir.
Who are you and how do you know about the statue?
I'm never taking off the mask. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain. No! I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume.
Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger?
Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh, damn. What to do, sir?
All this basically means that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
Then are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a minute.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist?
There.
Then take that. Take it.
If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is why?
Confusion. You see him in 2 places at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just realized something.
What's that?
We saved after the to be continued, right?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Easter egg is right after that if we somehow miss it. So if you just don't save over that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright.
Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too.
It's not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage key.
I know that.
The door leading to the outside world was locked. So Lance must have escaped his prison through here.
Okay.
But it was locked from the inside.
Well, the keys
And there was a
here.
seesaw inside.
Ah!
The second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
What do you mean?
The costume in the trash. Would you say that's wearing some very telltale pants?
Hey, you're right. Let's get out of here and take a look.
As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume.
Well, minus the head.
I won't rest until I've inspected every...
You won't rest.
Her
I
future
won't.
rest.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence that I hold?
Hang on. Supposed to be holding a gun.
Gun.
So is the gun like part of the costume and it was like torn off?
Maybe. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency.
Between what?
Gun! Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun.
Precisely. The bad badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However,
That would not fly.
you there! Did you remove the gun from this bad badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir. This gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto Badger, the gun is of course not a functioning weapon, correct?
Yes. Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun.
It's only a model.
However, it can't fire blanks.
The fuck?
That's ridiculous.
We need to use it for the stage show.
Wait, so if it can fire blanks,
It
seems-
just makes a sound.
it seems that our kidnappers had also a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend.
Interesting.
My dear costumed friend.
Yay!
I think we're about done with this room.
So what's next?
Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay.
Okay.
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 Oh,
Okay.
Oh, Corona.
Gumshoe.
Oh,
We never
Mr.
found-
Edgeworth, sir.
we never did find out who that badger was. Gumshoe.
You got a hurry, sir. Come on.
What is this, detective?
They found the blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
Oh.
Nonny?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo. That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If you hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolfboy does, sir.
All right, let's make haste to the main gate.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Okay, I
That
do
that
not.
was a really short segment.
Yeah, I will not save over.
Or we can't save on a separate save. Oh,
Yeah,
we
I
can't
can.
save on separate save files. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I for some reason thought I was gonna just save the same file again, and
What are you talking about,
because
Sam?
No.
sometimes things weird. Oh hey,
Saves
final
over
confrontation.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think we're about to head for the
Former.
Easter egg like right now.
March.
Where's
Nice.
the costume, Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Darn it.
Oh.
Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
Then let's get down to it. I won't.
Refuse!
What do we have? Wings?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky
Horse.
is that?
Wing?
Pegasus.
Bellerophon?
And hey, the pretty baby's made of platinum silver too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two...
Hold it
Who could
right there.
Possibly be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, it was
Good
the
song.
bellboy? That's cool.
It was, yeah. That's pretty cool. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you?
Arrgh.
A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
Lauren D's nuts!
Wonder.
Wonder.
Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No, you don't understand.
Jay.
Lola, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Let's call her Lolly. Like lollipop.
Gee,
Lance.
No.
You're kidding. Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers?
Lollipops.
Haha.
Haha.
Yes. It was me. I held Lance hostage in my heart.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over.
Hey, guys. Case closed.
It's
Get the
over.
car ready. And I mean the special one for this young lady. You know, the special car.
paddy wagon.
Again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
We found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
I mean, Meekins should not be counted for the majority, but you know,
We also have Gumshoe, and he's, you know...
he's doing his
who are you
job.
calling a
great.
sham? Come
Be
on.
nice to
I
him.
will not accept a slander.
He's saved Phoenix several times.
He
You're
has.
right, you're right. The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon?
Yes, I killed him.
I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Originally, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for?
Miss Lauren Pops.
Yes.
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer. Isn't that enough?
Why are you cutting your hair?
Why are you doing that?
Oh.
Where did the scissors come from?
Don't worry about that.
No, I think I'm worried. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? Or...
I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Romano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession.
Is Jay gonna turn out to be right?
I'm so holding out. Like, they've had so many ditzy girlfriends be all on the bad guy. I do not accept this.
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times. That's it?
Yeah.
If they only met a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
But if you hardly ever talked, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
Not so fast. That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Shina?
Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see me having a voice there.
What's her deal? She's single?
I'm 2B.
You knew? How did you know something like that?
Oh no, what should I do?
Okay, what's wrong with her now?
Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way?
No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy.
Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
Yes, mind your own business, Kay. Now then, Miss Pops, let's continue with your testimony.
Oh, yes, of course.
Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Romano would think the same.
I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
But... Pardon me.
No.
I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Romano.
Are you sure you're not getting sleepy, Edgeworth?
I'm a
It's
little
jet lag
sleepy,
still.
It's alright.
You want an energy drink?
I
or
didn't
soda?
have my coffee. Can I get a coffee?
Here, Edgeworth, take this.
I'll take a cortado.
A tall.
A cortado is one size.
Is it? I don't
They
know.
always
They
think-
called it a short.
I always figured that was it too, and I was always envious of Lance for it.
Oh, because your dad's...
I got this pendant from my father, and I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday. He'll welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of Pegasus.
That pendant. She must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus. Pegasus.
Now I'm imagining Edgeworth downing 5-hour energy drinks.
He doesn't sleep.
I'll drink 8 5-hour energies
Do
to get
not
40
do that.
consecutive hours of energy. Would you mind telling us a little bit about the planet itself?
Well, first we captured Lance
Oh, how'd you do that?
with my womanly charms. Oh, well, Mr. Dickon did that on his own, so I don't quite know.
And here I thought you knew how to steal people away.
I shudder to think what she would do with such knowledge.
Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Dickon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but Mr. Dickon turned on me and tried to kill me.
What's on her elbow?
It's like a band-aid.
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he planned on doing so from the very beginning.
Miss Pops.
No.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Yes, obviously.
I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence.
You're the patsy.
Proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops.
It's the pendant because
Dependent?
the wings are for this other pendant to make a Pegasus. And Lauren is definitely quote unquote Oliver's daughter.
Yeah.
Oliver and Wimp.
No.
No.
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Boop.
Lauren D. These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
Hey, kitty. I believe that these two pendants are actually one.
Eh?
Shall we give it a try?
Ta-da! Wow, it's totally Pegasus.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, that can't be.
So the two make a set. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant.
This, because... Hang on, this said that he had a daughter?
That too, yeah.
That's true.
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Deveray, the name that is etched under the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given what is written in Mr. Deveray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. What was it, Jay?
That was me laughing.
I'm going to point at something now.
What did Edgeworth just say?
History.
Why?
Why? This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendants.
Daughter.
Got it.
Yeah.
Daughter.
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 My father.
Your father.
Mr. Deveray had one daughter. And her name is Lauren Lollipops.
That's a lie. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
Not so fast.
And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it.
Okay. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. When you say my scenario's perfectly probable as well?
So this is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that they didn't know of their true relationship, right?
And you're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together?
That's right. As one really rotten family.
Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence.
Evidence, yes.
I have that, yes.
Hang on, let me take a look at some stuff.
I do like evidence. It's
I
pretty
do
cool.
like evidence as well.
Would you share yours, Lang?
If I had evidence, no.
Yeah, but you don't have any.
Play your cards out and I'll show you my evidence.
For some reason, all the evidence seems to disappear before I get there, Mr. Prosecutor.
Precisely. And what father would ever willingly kill his own daughter?
Not so fast. I've seen a lot of things in my travels, and I can tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of nothing.
You think they knew?
Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't.
Because he was on the lam.
You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
One is a butler, one is the friend of the sun, you mean?
They probably thought that that was their best shot.
Is that what you honestly believe?
Of course.
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives?
Can you think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair.
The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were in fact family.
Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence.
Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary.
Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. His scenario is certainly a probable one.
You'd better hurry up and do something, or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad.
I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Was the crime really committed by the two of them? By this father-daughter pair?
Now what?
Great question.
I think... I don't think this is relevant yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to say.
Entered admin exit through the shoulder. Body moved from somewhere. Hemp is left in the isolation room.
What do we want to try and disprove?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
They were father and daughter.
I
That-
can take a look.
That they
and-
both knew this fact?
I think we're saying that Pops didn't know.
They planned it together.
But what do we have that...
Music's
Yeah.
done.
Disproves
there we go.
Oh, okay, there we go. Parsec had a moment.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, dear.
She's having a moment.
Yeah, I am
It's
dropping
OBS.
frames. That shouldn't affect the recording, but I'm gonna give it a second.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's good now. Yeah. Is it because... No.
Lauren D.
Why was her last name changed?
We found this in the. We found the wings in the costume. This
Yeah.
was a Deborah and not a Pops.
Ooh.
Isn't this her own pendant? Wouldn't she think it's weird?
I don't
that
think we
it's
know.
engraved like that. Well, hasn't she been wearing it? Didn't she claim that?
No, it was in the costume.
It was in the costume that we just found. She... Oh, I guess that's true. Do I present this? Again?
I was actually just commenting that, like, it seems weird that she wouldn't know because of this,
If she
Which is-
had this.
which is kind of in Lang's favor, actually.
Yeah.
Oops. Stolen gun from a guard during his escape. I thought he might head where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite her surveillance, he was there to show up. Yeah, is the stream still okay? Are we back?
Gomez seems to say it's fine. I can open it up.
Oh
as
wait,
well,
go
just
back to
make
the
sure.
dossier.
Yeah, you might be onto something here.
Despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. We thought he might head to where his wife and sole daughter are. He has yet to show up.
So somebody's been keeping tabs on his daughter and this guy. He's seen that they.
Okay. My internet is having a problem.
Winner.
Yeah, my internet's having a problem.
Yeah.
It's having a time.
Yeah, even the stream stopped there, I saw.
The
Now it's
stream
not
would
okay.
have cut. That's okay. This is why we record things now.
Yes,
But-
thank you.
OBS is
Fair.
not reconnecting is the thing.
Give it a minute.
Are you able to reset your router at all?
Not without disrupting. Well, the thing is, I'm in the Discord call, and I can talk to you guys now. Right? Hello? Did I just jinx myself? I guess I'm gonna wait it out. Well, that's poorly timed. And there goes Discord.
Wait, completely gone?
Oh,
Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Hi.
there you are.
Yeah, Discord
I'm rejoining.
also died for a second.
Oh, you
Oh.
Ark got kicked?
You got kicked?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said rejoining.
I didn't kick him.
Rejoining Parsec.
Yeah, I didn't kick for Parsec. I did.
Oh, I got kicked out of Parsec.
Oh, I didn't. I'm still here.
Stream's reconnected.
Uh,
At least
Yeah,
that's
you're
what it
live.
says. Okay, cool. Hopefully it doesn't do that again.
yeah.
Have crossed fingers.
So anyway, we were on the right track with this, apparently.
We had a discussion while you
We-
were.
We may or
working
may
on
not be on the right
stuff.
track with this.
We might have to pivot.
What do
My
you mean?
thinking was maybe if surveillance didn't find. If the surveillance didn't says, oh, he didn't show up to where his wife and daughter are, then maybe they haven't been communicating, but
I don't know.
it might not be right.
All right, what else we got then?
The badge.
That's true. We do have that.
We always
Just
have the
imagine
badge.
if one day the badge ends up being an actual piece of evidence that you need to present.
It has in rare occasions.
But like not as proof that you're an attorney, just like, oh, there's something
Right.
about this badge that's relevant to the specific case on hand.
It proves that the Tigre is not an attorney.
That's right. What a great moment.
I talked myself out of the wings, but maybe that's something.
I'm just gonna start presenting things.
Oh.
No.
Agent Ling, take a look at this piece of evidence. You'll see there's a very big flaw in your logic.
I don't see that flaw. You sure it's not your eyes that are flawed? Talk to me again when you can see straight.
Maybe this wasn't the piece I was looking for after all.
That they both knew that fact. We
What else
wanna,
does he say?
We want to prove that Pops did not know that Colin was her father. Correct? Is that what we want?
It feels like that's it. Can we just glance at it? Oh.
That's not what I wanted. Ba 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 ba. What
Ba,
did you
ba, ba,
want?
ba, ba. Can we just see the other statements? There's no coincidence that Maria and a pair became involved. Until they make good use of their names. Maybe we could prove that it. I mean, how do you prove that something's a coincidence?
I don't know.
Granted. What was the fifth one?
Wouldn't you say my scenario is a perfectly probable as well?
Is that what we have to refute? No, I
That
don't think that.
it's not probable.
Right.
Which is really the same thing.
Right.
It's possible, but not probable.
Saps, can you guide us in the right direction?
You are completely off.
Fuck.
What?
I didn't want to press this again.
On what? The solution or what the question is?
What is the
Oh.
question?
You guys are looking for a connection between them, but that's not the connection you need to look for.
Did she know anything?
Connection between them, but that's not the connection that you're looking for. So there's some other connection between them that isn't the father-daughter thing?
Right. That's what he's saying.
Is that what I'm saying?
I don't
What
know.
are you saying?
There's another connection, not between them though. It is hard to guide towards this one with the mindset you guys have been going with.
Well, that means you gotta guide us in a different mindset.
Don't try to prove or disprove the father-daughter relation. Prove something about this kidnapping that happened that he is false about.
Two of them make
What has
good
he
use
said
of
about the
their-
kidnapping?
God damn it! I keep trying to scroll between the statements with LNR. That's not what I
Is it that statement though?
Two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping.
Well,
it is
if
this
they,
statement.
If they haven't been meeting supposedly, according to that other guy, then they couldn't have planned it? Is that it?
I guess?
That's basically the same thing as what I said. Okay, fine.
guess.
No.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, it's not it. It's not it. Nope, not that one, prosecutor.
I don't know. I don't know what would have
Maybe another-
proved. I don't know what proves that they did not make good use. Words. Words.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, nothing I do.
Who would know?
No thoughts, head empty.
Knowing it's only half the battle.
I'm losing the battle.
Do you want to eliminate some evidence?
Sure.
It's on this page.
This page.
Oh, sure.
Great.
There's a
Is it
him.
the horse again?
I got it.
Or-
He can't know she's his daughter because he's dead. And therefore can't know anything.
That's it. That's
This is new dialogue, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
Oh,
you
okay.
dare to insult the courts.
Bless you.
Glass.
Pardon me.
Body was moved from somewhere. It's the badge.
Gotta be.
Is it the head?
Why would it be the head?
Because that was part of the murder? Or the kidnapping?
I don't know.
It's friggin' no.
Is it definitely this statement?
Yes.
It's this statement, and it's one of these 8 pieces of evidence.
A good use of the means they planned.
They planned poorly?
What?
The
Okay.
2 bad badgers, maybe?
And the 2 of them.
Oh, that's so dumb.
That's so stupid.
This. God. Fuck.
You guys were focusing so hard on connecting them that you forgot about the third person.
Yeah, we did forget about the third person.
He's making a completely different point, and we're just like utterly sidetracking him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He's
dumb.
Well, it's because this
I don't
ignores
care,
what is
it's
going on.
dumb.
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone.
And what kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
3?
None. 3. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this third person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who? Who is this mastermind?
I think it would have been easier to deduce this if we had the 3 cups as a piece of evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That really should have been evidence.
Yeah.
It's old bag.
God, I wish.
How dare you!
It's Sheena.
Is it? It's not Lance, is it? Like, was he
That'd be
in on
funny.
it the whole time?
Maybe. It would make sense. Because he was being held in that room.
Lance Amano?
Nothing. What's a mono with you? Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
Jay.
No, I didn't see their faces, but 2. One was a woman.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said.
But I only saw 2 people.
This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them.
Ah, yes, about when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive?
I really don't remember much anymore. Honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you?
Hey, Lance, are you still in handcuffs?
No, I just like to stand like this.
Why is he in handcuffs?
I think the kidnappers put those on him, supposedly.
Oh, well.
And we have not taken them off yet.
No.
We don't have the key. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time I heard the rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but I... Just gonna talk on this a little bit. But it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone.
What's that? Could you speak up? One more time? Okay, got it.
Understood him perfectly.
Okay.
Through the underground passageway, I presume?
Are you okay?
Buster Wolf!
Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right?
No, not quite yet.
Why are you looking at me with those icy tigers in your eyes?
Wait, look at his brights.
Because he's a prosecutor and because they're all like that.
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, the prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And they should be interpreted to be cruel at times. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it.
Shh.
There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push him a little.
So how was he able to escape when he was blindfolded?
Very good eyesight.
Lucky.
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct?
Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape.
Then you were in the same room as your kidnappers.
They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared I couldn't tell them when they were by, so I didn't dare make a move.
Uh-huh.
Tug,
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage to escape?
I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape.
I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. By underground passageway, you mean the one the staff uses to travel unnoticed?
I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't run into any staff members on the way out. And once I was on top, I was busy trying to find a member of the police.
And that is when you found us congregated at the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the underground door?
That was easy. It was hanging there in the room on the wow.
And the wow.
On the wow.
Oh, wow. I do recall a key hanging on the wall right beside the table.
Boy, does that bring back memories of our situation and how we made our escape.
Indeed. And although the door on the floor of our room led to an underground room, the door on the floor of the room next door had a secret passageway.
A secret passageway under a theme park? Ooh, that sounds like so much fun.
I wonder, is there something off about the way Lance made it
Yes.
escape?
If I just press this again... Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you have in your pocket?
The
Good
key.
question.
What, so I should present the key on the blindfolded part?
Oh, I was just joking with the key.
Oh. I mean, I still have the key of evidence, don't I? No? No, I don't, actually.
If you were blindfolded the whole time, how do you know there was two? Maybe?
Distinct voices?
Sure.
Yeah, he heard the two. Oh, how did he know they disappeared? Maybe they stopped talking, I
Footsteps?
guess, but
Maybe.
not present.
The kidnappers disappeared.
The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind in an unwanted mutt.
And what do you mean by unwanted mutt?
I'm thinking about that myself at the moment.
What a pointless question. It's not like he's going to tell you anything new, you know.
Oh no, it's not a smile. It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them.
Good job, Jay.
Yeah.
You caught
You
it.
might look refined on the outside. But it's no good if you're not refined on the inside as well.
Oh god, he's pretentious. Well, I have a feeling I know what the game is trying to get me to do, but
Mm-hmm.
do I not have the trapdoor in evidence either?
Guess not.
Nah.
Dude, come on.
Dude.
Dude. Hang on, I don't think I pressed. I don't think I need to press that. Suddenly disappeared. Hands were cuffed. Struck with luck that they left me alone.
Then those cuffs on your wrist. I suppose you are still cuffed in that case.
I am well aware of how much I am chained to reality. I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid that I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped from that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner.
What pride flag is this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess my question is, how did he see the key on the wall? If he's
That's what I'm
blindfolded?
trying to get at! I don't know, like, I know what the end result is, and I don't know how to get there because I don't
mean-
have evidence.
If they leave him alone, can't he just take off the blindfold at that point?
I guess, but
His hands are cuffed, but they're not like tied to a chair or something.
I don't know. I was really hoping that just pressing the statements in that order would do something, because it's done things like that in the past.
Mm-hmm. It is not that kind of bullshit this time, I can tell you that much.
Okay. Is
yeah.
it? Do I have to present something?
Yes.
Okay.
Present his eyes.
Stare at yourself for a minute. You'd be like,
Is
okay.
it the
Oh,
sword?
hold on. I'm a dumbass.
You're a dumbass, maybe. But you realized.
Door leading outside was locked. It was not locked. It was being held shut.
Yay!
Yeah. You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really?
We're talking about that room from behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right, Shina?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, then take a look at this.
What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Now let me just start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword, which was used to jam the handle.
Oh, wrong.
Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. Does this door open out or in?
I can't see the hinges, so in?
Or away
Probably
from us?
out if it led outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh.
fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Safety.
Mhm.
So they would have had to pull the door open.
Yeah.
Interesting. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape?
What? Why didn't I? I was disorientated. Yeah, that's it. I just didn't notice.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in the room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That's why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
Not so fast. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else?
Money.
Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
Objection. This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime.
The note?
Oh, the loan company!
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money.
Yeah.
This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance? Oh, it wasn't a love letter, it was a threat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. Must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
That's right. I give up. I abducted myself.
Lance!
Shut it, Pops! It's over, lonely. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to our new town, somewhere where no one could know us. I wanted us to be well off with that $1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance!
Then, are you giving yourself up?
Nope! Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my lowly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, and then he had to go and stab us in the back.
He turned on you.
Or maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lowly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lowly left first in the blue badger costume.
That would mean the person Officer Meekins saw was Miss Pops.
But right then, the old man had just had to wake up. There was Candace, and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million, and ran. I contacted Lady Ray, and he warned her they had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father.
Why do you hate your hair?
Because if he was, I I just killed my own father.
Give me a second. I am cleaning my glasses because my own joke is making me blind. I'm putting my
Like you're
hands
getting
on top of my
Putting
glasses.
his hand on his face and it's smudging his glasses.
Why don't you just put it over your mouth?
Because
But the
he
funny-
has to do the actual pose.
Acting. It's
Oh, I did
method.
Yeah.
It really was you.
Jay is a method actor.
Just like the glass in Homestuck.
That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran scared for my life.
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you?
Lowly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was?
Shit.
If what she says is true,
Are you saying she's lying?
I
But why would
hope
she
so.
lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
you'd be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
That's
Huh?
called being mistaken.
Yeah, that's not lying. What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more, and you'll see.
A
It
world?
was- I think it was just the gun that was attached to the costume. There's a bad badger pulling the suitcase. Badger pointing his gun at me.
I was
It
like, she's
wasn't
doing.
real. It wasn't real.
Wrong
No!
statement.
Wait, Gumshoe, when did you get here?
I've just been watching this travesty transpire, and Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I don't think he pulled out the right piece of evidence.
And lie.
Detective Gumshoe, you will refrain from excessive talking.
I'll try, sir, but this is the first time I've spoken in.
Pointing his gun, aiming to shoot me dead. So it's not.
Well, that's what they are pointing towards her. I have not read what the answer here is.
Is it this instead?
What about the next statement?
That's why I used the gun I got from Lance.
Did Lance give her the model gun?
He wanted to stop any kind of murder business.
Oh.
Or is it the last statement, maybe?
Wait, hold on. Are we gonna read this because this is new, even if it's just the incorrect dialogue?
It'd be funny.
Hunter?
Water.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting I'm her.
Actually, I can.
She showed you! Nerd! Dork!
He's laughing pretty hard at you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, I know, but I refuse to allow him to ruffle my feathers. Going to remain calm and collected and find my contradiction.
The last statement?
There's a gunshot and the other person crumpled to the ground and I ran scared for my life.
So you don't know if they died. It might have been a blank or someone else shooting.
Well, blank, yeah.
Do I need to
Do
press?
we need to press?
Hold it.
We were so confident.
Do you take off immediately following the gunshot?
Yes.
And you didn't attempt to approach the victim at all after he was shot?
I was scared.
I don't blame you. I would have done the exact same thing. Poor Miss Pops. What will become of her, Mr. Edgeworth?
Death.
She seemed to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe it to be absolutely correct. If you listen very carefully to confession once more, and you'll see.
Okay, I looked at the answer now.
Is it dumb?
Is it funny?
It's not the gun.
Huh.
Is it something
gun.
about the bad badger having a fake gun?
No.
Okay. Is it that she had the fake gun and it shot a blank?
No.
What
It's
the fuck?
not. Wow.
Nothing to do with the gun then.
What do you mean? Oh, because it... So she was up... She supposedly was up on the stage and shot? What? Or no, he was up on the stage and she shot from below. Yeah, I guess I could press. I just thought I knew the answer, so I started presenting evidence.
Right.
And apparently not.
It sounds so
Apparently
right.
I don't know shit.
Hold it. I'm sorry about your shit.
Me too.
Please calm down and let's slowly talk through this.
But I...
All you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Let's leave it to us to search out the truth. Can you do that for me?
No.
All right. So at the stadium.
Hold it.
There was ransom money, wasn't it?
Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me.
And what did he tell you?
Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it.
The badger.
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it when it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me?
Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself.
But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops!
Your father's right-handed.
Please calm down and take a deep breath.
Oh.
And then would you let me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
Left
it's
now we
hand,
can mention
he's
the gun.
right-handed, it says in the thing. God, that's dumb.
Yeah. They do love talking about handedness.
Come on.
But if you were left-eyed, then I would shoot you with my left hand.
What, Jay?
I have here-
I'm right-handed, but I'm left-eyed, so I shoot a gun with my left hand, so I could throw it all off. You never know.
You would assume in that notes they would have mentioned that was the case.
How often do you? Okay, what eye dominant are you?
right?
How am I supposed to know that?
Exactly.
You would assume a convict might have that information on hand.
You would?
Can I check for that? I wonder.
I have here a dossier on your father. According to this, your father was right-handed.
Then,
The person putting a gun on you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
What do you mean?
Not so fast. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it.
Enough with the smugness. Out with it already.
Miss Pops told us earlier.
there was a bad badger pulling a suitcase with the $1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in his left hand. Which would mean he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly.
You do mix up your lefts and rights.
And I'm sure it was the bad badger. It had those huge sunglasses on his face.
But if that's the case, even I can see that there's a huge contradiction.
Did it have pants? Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger. Yet the Bad Badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong.
Yeah, I guess it could have been a different body. Both are correct?
They are both correct.
Oh yeah, both costumes are missing.
Impossible. That just leaves us with an irresolvable solution?
Irresolvable.
Oh,
Yep.
Contradiction.
contradiction.
Miss Pop's entire statement rested on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if that Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants?
Step 3, remove pants.
Why is that step 3?
This proves that there was a way for the Bad Badger to freely use both of his hands.
What, the fact that 4 costumes were stolen?
We're mixing and matching.
Or that the gun was ripped from the costume? Oh.
Well, we
Oh.
we saw the Bad Badger costume because it had the pants and it had the gun
Wait.
ripped off of it.
What does your evidence right next to it say?
Right.
I'll decide. I meant the leftmost evidence.
What?
Underpage.
This?
Head was left in the isolation room.
Was someone wearing the mask of the Bad Badger but the body of the prototype, for example?
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
we're leading to.
Yeah.
Sax.
Is this what would solve that?
Oh, like the fact that they can be separated?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was working with you.
The costumes have 2 parts to them, a head and the body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pop saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. However, it is not possible that the body was that of an... Is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger?
A different badger?
Yes. Or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. Alright, who was it?
Could have really been either of them, couldn't it?
Does it matter?
I'm sure we have evidence.
Well, I can't look at evidence now.
Have we seen the second Proto Badger? Isn't Meekins being the Blue Badger right now?
True, Meekins
Yeah.
is a blue badger. The other proto badger is by one of the investigators, but we haven't seen a second one of any of those.
Oh, yeah. What the heck is it?
It's the proto badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the Blue Badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the Pink Badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume?
That would be Lance.
What did I do?
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which, he planned to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing?
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing that she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh?
There is but one reason, Lance Amano. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What?
No.
That's it! Take it back! You take it back right now!
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed, but what's that got to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker had a gun in his left hand.
Ha! Who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure they wouldn't be hit by a bullet. Blanks.
Okay, now we know.
Yeah, this is the
now
gun.
it's
Now
the gun.
it's the gun.
The door
We were
is
jumping the
finally open.
gun. My bad. I was going for
You're
the gun.
so funny.
Yeah. We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout. A broken one. It was not the same one the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Pops, where is the gun you used now?
I threw it away into the sea.
Makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
Not so fast. I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high.
Okay, let's pretend that you're right and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. If that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ha! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in the state of being restrained.
Is that so?
How interesting.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next to the door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. Plan to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looks like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time.
And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pops saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time, wouldn't you agree?
Why does that sound wrong to me?
Because you were being
said
held
it.
in the room next door and not Mr. Deacon?
Mm-hmm. There must be something amiss about this account.
Something.
Let's see what happened when I examine it in more detail.
Stop taking light.
All right.
Tie Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door.
Hold it!
Are you sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said it was best I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then, are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Batch's hat on, so I'm absolutely sure. Sure. It just had to be Mr. Deacon.
She saw a Bad Batch ahead.
Ooh.
Is that so?
Hold it!
So the tied-up Mr. Deacon was still in his Bad Badger costume.
Yes, and...
But it would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an
Yes.
objection? The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not. With this! This Miss Pop shows the person you saw was not the victim.
It was me.
It was me!
Except actually, how do I say it like that? Like, this was the head that was left in the isolation room. I guess this? Okay.
Hey.
Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
The person you saw was actually this person.
Me.
C'est moi.
Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth.
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I'd handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point in it to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right?
That's it.
You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a Bad Badger's head on. And then you made your costume escape together. Or so you pretended.
Huh? What do you mean by pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the Bad Badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword, he then escaped via the passageway.
Not so fast. Hold your tongue, boy.
I didn't even get to say anything.
No.
Too bad. Ha ha! Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of the Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
It looks like Lance is like cuddling him.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Protect me, Wolfman.
Protect me, please.
Tidal
Being
wave.
so mean to me.
Tidal wave.
We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence.
What do you mean?
The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment, all of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see? It would seem that you can't prove a thing. Who said that?
Please wait.
Mr. Amano.
Oh, Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others.
Dang!
Let's see, you're the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
Is that so?
I thought it was a bribe.
Oh, do you now?
Okay.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Is that what I think it is?
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing. And a gun.
And another gun.
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself.
This is
Wait.
very suspicious.
So... She said she threw the fake gun into the ocean, right?
Into the ocean.
Yes.
And yet here it is.
Fed it to the
and
sea.
So is
To
the
Poseidon.
costume.
Well, it's
It's
wet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you fished it up out of the ocean somehow?
I am a really good diver.
Okay.
Sure.
It appears that they were disposed of in the sea.
He does metal detecting in his retirement.
Is there
It's a
no
fun
one
hobby.
in this country who actually obeys the law?
No, there is not.
There now. Agent Lang, please calm down.
What the heck is that scrap of paper? Sheena, I can't read you.
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What? This just says I can do what I want.
The chief of police? What the? Who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area. Oh, there now. There is no need to be so upset.
I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound to the laws of your country.
Neener,
Now.
Stop that.
This wasn't meant to strong arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land.
I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence.
I've already got the results back. I had a special forensic research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the test, not Emma.
Wow.
They verified that the blood in his costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprint they could find were yours, Lauren.
What?
Wrong voice, but the correct person. You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around.
That's it? These are the case-making pieces of evidence? Huh, I'll be the judge of that.
Jury, executioner.
Won't arrest.
Boop. Water?
Are you arrested?
Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
No.
No.
Stolen from a
Oh,
gun.
that's
not even
connected-
close.
Oh. Is this not the gun that was connected to the other Bad Badger costume?
Isn't that the one that's in the hand?
Well, there were
no, I
There's
see.
2 costumes and
Yeah, there's
one's
2 Bad
missing
Badger
one.
costumes. One of them had the gun ripped off of it, and I'm assuming it was this one.
Isn't this the real one?
We saw, yes, this is the other Bad Badger costume that Deacon was wearing that had the gun attached to it. There was a second
Correct.
Bad Badger costume that had a
Yes.
gun, this one supposedly, ripped off of it.
Are you sure that that's not the real gun right there? Wouldn't they want to dispose of the murder weapon in the sea?
Well, she thought she had a murder weapon, is what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were looking at the glass shard in the mask.
Oh, yeah.
What's this? Looks like there's something inside the costume head.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
That's glass. Sorry, but there's just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in there?
Oh, the broken mirror.
Anything else? The gunshot wound.
This bullet hole.
Looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait! There's burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact.
Why's that?
Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point blank range.
Okay.
If you say so.
Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Lance.
Oh, right, that's not lying. Well, thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince Mr. Edgeworth over there. What's up, bitch? Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lonely over there who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lola's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Loli was only acting in self-defense.
Fingerprints on the weapon.
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Loli. But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes.
That may be all you can do, however. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You wound me. Why won't you believe me even in the face of all this evidence?
Your evidence sucks, buddy.
I want some new forensics.
Emma?
Emma.
Emma.
Prove that it was Lolly who took or killed Oliver. Oliver was also after Lolly's life. Oops. Well, damn it. Wander.
His entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. However, the truth does not lie there. It lies in whatever he is hiding from me, but not for long.
Not for...
Not for long.
Not forlorn.
Can we examine this?
Uh,
Sure
yes.
can.
Horse.
Horse.
Haunts.
Horse.
Hans.
Hans.
Wander.
Edgeworth.
Oh,
They
there.
found Miss-
Okay.
They found Miss Pop's fingerprints on this gun.
I was just like, that's a gun.
Can you let me hold it for a sec?
I shouldn't if you don't know how to handle it. Besides, Miss Pop's prints are on it.
Look, I'm wearing gloves. It'll be okay. I just want to take a look, that's all. It's not like I'm gonna run off with it. The only things I don't return are treasures.
Stealing either one would land you in jail, you know.
Okay.
Wait, how many bullets in the chamber? Chat, no, hide!
Ugh.
Check it out of there, quick! Hack it,
Hey,
no!
chat.
Ah.
Ugh.
Oh, jeez.
Ugh. Is there nothing else with this gun?
Can you not look in the chamber in any way?
I mean, it's not lighting up. You've seen me looking.
Nothing. Dangerous.
Hans?
Haunts?
Haunts is nothing.
Haunts? Haunts does nothing.
No haunts.
Huh.
Hans feels nothing.
And we can't examine that. Why? I heard
I
that!
heard that.
Now, why would they allow us to examine it, but only that part?
And it didn't really give us any information.
Is there a Hans on the gun on the model of this?
I
Yes.
It kind of looks like it, so that kind of confirms that these are like the same gun. Not the same gun, but like the same
Model or
Model.
production, whatever. Yeah.
Proved that it was only you killed Oliver. So I guess I present this.
Do we want to press? I'm gonna become guide man again.
Are you sure you want to phrase it that way? There are no takebacks when you make a guessing mistake, you know.
Ha ha! Guessing mistake. Yup, that's our Mr. Prosecutor, all right.
Come on.
I certainly didn't mean for it to come in sounding like a guess.
Fine, I'll go press everything. Press.
Those fingerprints, they should belong to Miss Pop's.
Oh. There's no mistake about it. Through my connections, I had the best forensic techniques money could buy performed.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Yes.
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pop's prints should be on that gun to begin with. The reason? Costume?
The costume? The fact that she was wearing a costume?
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Do we just present... What do we present then?
This one does say she was wearing a costume.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there are
costume.
two places we could have presented this. And also,
It's-
Blue Badger Bible also worked.
Oh, okay.
Alright. It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the meta weapon. Because, while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume.
But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints.
Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it out to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found their way onto the gun.
Ah.
The prince and the popper.
Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer.
But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
Innocent until proven guilty, bitch. You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Of Lance.
What? No way, I'm just incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that is not where the real crime scene. Because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murderers were not committed at the stadium at all.
The point blank part?
Oh, yeah. Rather than from the stage.
Yeah.
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This is the part of the costume bruiser. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was?
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Ooh, fancy pants with Sweetie over here. Fuck you.
Lance sent me out to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was... I've got it. I know the real scene of the murder. The real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed is here.
In that room with the broken mirror?
So the haunted house?
Were we ever there?
Not the haunted house,
No.
but in the other room that was next to where we were being.
Yeah, that
Stuff.
would be there.
Yeah.
The real scene of the murder was here in the wild, wild west area.
The place where you and I first met, huh? But didn't you already check there? I know I did, and there wasn't a single sign that someone had been killed there.
What?
What?
Yes?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that wasn't. The murder took place before I was imprisoned. The place where the victim and last were together alone was... Look for the real location.
I guess it was the haunted house then. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah? Alright.
I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house.
The haunted house.
Yes, and I have proof that it is highly likely the victim was killed there. What proves the real scene of the crime was the haunted house?
The broken
Okay.
glass.
The haunted
was-
haunts!
There was broken mirror fragments.
Yeah.
in the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have a full mirror in there and we would have gotten it.
Yeah.
These were inside the costume of the victim was wearing. The fragments of a mirror.
Oh, a mirror? And what does that have to do with anything?
Indeed, you just don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside of a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted haunts.
The haunted haunts.
Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. Clue!
He really did just phrase that like a clue thing.
After that, you stole the blue Badgermobile to move his body into the Wild Wild West area. Oh, we really gotta watch Glass Onion. The timing of when the blue Badgermobile was stolen confirms this as fact.
I want to. I really enjoyed the
Yeah, me
first
too.
one.
It was really good.
Now, they referenced Clue a few times.
Miles, my boy, say no more!
I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that.
Not so fast. Be quiet.
Yes, please do something! Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense!
Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps.
Oh, how dare you!
I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence.
What's up?
And
Money.
Money.
and to call these
money.
mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
I thought you were muttering wander for a sec.
Oh no, I was
Wander,
actually going
wander.
money.
Dollar.
One-
Dollar.
one-
Dollar.
Money?
Did you say money?
No, money.
Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Nani?
Yes, there was a mirror there.
Money.
Now you want to
there
bring
it
up the
is.
broken mirror.
A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? You just disproved that, Lang.
But, Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
Not so fast. Probability? Ha ha ha. Ha. Langzy says on Truth's Path, the word probability does not exist.
You were arguing for probability earlier.
That's fine. Shush. The
The
time
limit does not exist.
Langzy says be flexible. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor,
What?
is do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Do we have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is... no.
See? So since you don't have any, shut up.
I don't have the evidence yet. But...
Yet.
I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, Then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah?
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth.
Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it?
That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. Doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is.
Sheena!
Zap.
Sheena?
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 Sheena!
Oh, now I'm here. I'm here. Discord
Hi,
crash.
Sheena.
Oh.
Hi, Sheena.
Oh.
Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll get to the Gatewater Group's approval.
Hold it!
Who was that?
Now. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval.
Mr. Romano?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this.
What is this? Sheena. Can't read.
You really should learn how to read Japanophonies.
No.
For me, please.
Okay.
Wait, I will lose a job if you do. Never mind.
Japanification.
No!
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed?
Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Inc. Hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for a lump sum of 1 million, paid in full in cash.
Man's bought the haunted house?
Kidding me?
Nani?
Oh, as you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
It was just demolished.
Are you kidding? When did you...
2 minutes ago. I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye.
That $1 million you paid, don't tell me it was.
Oh, that's right! This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now.
You used the ransom money?
No need for it anymore. My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe I will forgive him.
Hello?
Zap?
Sam?
Zap? Zap?
Uh-oh.
Zap? Return to the dead? Oh.
Ah! Where did I cut off?
I do believe that I will forgive him.
After all, I did return the ransom.
Oh no!
Now the internet issues have gone after him.
Norway again.
Or that's the way things are, so if you would please discuss...
Goodbye! I'm literally highlight. Discord is highlights.
That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on.
Discuss? What is there to discuss? We have nothing to discuss.
Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Morrow was out there preempting us.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper.
Mr. Romano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
To be continued.
I really thought that was
I-
going to be the end of the chapter.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're getting there tonight.
No,
Do
we got a bit.
Aw.
you think this might be a good place to stop?
That might be a good place to start. Let me look ahead a little bit. I know we want to know, but there's no way we're gonna learn in time.
But we can get so far in 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, there was that Easter egg that we wanted to check out. We could do that
Oh,
now.
yeah, let's do that.
Quick.
True.
It's not that long, but sure, yeah.
It's not that long, but yeah.
Yeah, but we can end early. I'll
Did you
just-
save?
Yeah, I'm saving
Okay.
Yeah.
now.
Cool.
Save.
Don't save over it right now.
Yeah.
Leave.
Do it.
Yes,
Go do
I'm
it.
Leave.
I'm leaving.
And
then I'm going to
It's
exit.
March.
Yes, we're going to go back.
Oh,
Let's
load.
load.
Oh, look.
Records.
Record.
Load.
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 There we go.
It was
And
this
there.
one.
There.
Yes. Loading.
The loading screen.
So yeah, this time we just skip all the dialogue,
Yeah.
and we had straight right.
Skip.
Skip. Miles.
Yeah.
At this point, you love me, right?
Miles, have you seen my money?
I need my money for nothing in particular. Keep going right.
Well, we get to see everything, right?
True.
Oh!
Awarded!
There they are.
Right over there.
Oh, look at that. We're a
Aww. There they
family.
are.
Oh. My love.
Oh.
They say that couples who cross this bridge together will find happiness.
It's not what we're talking about right now, Edgeworth.
Or so the Gate Wonderland pamphlet says. But you
But-
think they'd already be happy?
But you think that
About
they'd
it.
already be happy because they were able to come together.
Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends.
Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss.
I remember in the first one, it you could tell by the colors, but their faces were basically just smudges.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, hold
now
on. Let me see if I can find a screenshot.
But Edgeworth, now you can clearly see who that is.
Yeah.
My dude,
I
call
have
out.
a screenshot of the original version, how that looked. I'm gonna share that in
Yeah,
our
share
Discord
that.
call real quick. And also, spoiled in-stream series.
I mean, it's clearly them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
You can
clearly
really tell
the-
that, but
but-
that's-
There's not really
that's
any
nicer.
mistaking that here.
Yeah.
I can
But at the
believe it.
same
Pearl's
time...
hair?
Or maybe I can't.
Why is
Pearl-
Pearl a redhead in this picture?
It's brown. I don't know.
Probably
Uh,
limited
the,
sprite colors.
Limited
Yeah.
palette.
No, okay.
And just lighter hair than Maya.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I think
Thank
that's
you.
it, though.
There were more people at the bottom left that wanted to talk.
Okay.
Or what was it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This man looks suspiciously like the precinct.
Oh, who was this?
Was I the chief?
He
Go
might
for
have
it.
been.
Look at that lovely smile on the blue badger's face.
Imps.
It's alright, dear. You wanna know something? I was the one who created the blue badger. See? Look at his eyes. Don't they look just like daddy's?
Get away from the microphone.
Well, that was rather depressing. I think I'd better leave the two of them alone.
Yeah.
The blue
Oh,
badger's
great.
daddy!
All right, everybody.
Is it Badger because of badges?
Yes.
Probably.
It's
Oh.
not.
Makes sense.
It's not the badger animal. It's badger because badge.
So a cop is a badger then?
Yes.
Huh.
Mushroom.
I don't know.
It was pigs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you got it. Good.
Oh, did I get cut out again?
Oh yeah,
you're
you're
back.
back.
What were you
This was
trying
like
to
a
say?
blip.
Who's this too? That lamp looks like it's got a lot of good stories to tell about the olden days.
Oh, looks incredibly new to me.
Ugh. Mr. Edgeworth, you need to lighten up and get a sense of humor.
Water.
That was rather rude, but just this once I look the other way.
On second thought, maybe the first thing you need to work on is tact.
Ha. But yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
We're playing the forest. I think.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
What kind of
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
this whole
armsy,
section is
legsy,
apparently really
hipsy.
invisible.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fake kidnapping suit?
fake kidnapping suit?
Does that mean
You'll
the
never
suit is
catch
fake?
me.
Yeah.
You'll never catch me.
Okay, let's get our steps in.
We got it.
Let me
We
show
got a
you how I
train.
walk the dog show.
The dog show.
The agility test was my best event. If you've
Wait,
not
can you
seen
just
that
have me look
video,
down.
No, I've seen it.
The video
Just
of that
generally to
dog
the chat.
going fucking nuts.
No. There's a video of somebody took like a video from a dog show of a dog doing like the agility obstacle course thing, but replaced the dog with Edgeworth's sprite from the original version of this game.
Oh yeah! Wait, you haven't seen that, Lewis?
I guess I haven't seen
Have
that.
As soon as
I
we're
need
done.
to find it.
Okay.
It's called Edgeworth Runs a Dog Race. I just saw it.
Oh.
It got remastered.
Good.
Good.
Okay,
But
well,
it's in HD.
Yes.
we'll see you tomorrow, folks.
Alright.
With the forest.
See you
Good night.
tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Nice.
Bye.